Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll show you a thriller film, The Stylist. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. The film begins with Claire, a gorgeous hairstylist with voluminous red hair. She offers a glass of red wine to her client before starting their hair appointment. Claire converses with her client, asking questions about her personal and work life. The client does not seem to be bothered by it, as she believes that it is sometimes good to reveal secrets to strangers because she will not see them again. They converse for hours, and the client notices that everyone has left the salon, and they are the only people inside. She apologizes for keeping Claire late, but Claire dismisses it, as she is used to working late. Claire does her job, and the client talks about her life while drinking wine. After a while, the glass breaks into pieces as it hits the floor, because the client loses consciousness. Surprisingly, Claire is not alarmed by this, because she drugged the drink before giving it to the client. She blocks the view on the glass door, goes to the back, and returns with a bucket and mop. After that, she pulls out her murdering tools, and begins cutting off her client's forehead. Her sharp pair of scissors slit the skin like paper, and after that, she pulls out her client's scalp, and puts it on the head mannequin. After cleaning up the mess she made at the salon, Claire goes home to the basement, where she keeps her collection of human wigs she got from killing her clients. It turns out Claire's loneliness and the emptiness in her life led her to kill her clients, take their scalps off, and put them to herself, pretending to live their lives in that way. She does not have anyone in her life, so in this way, she feels like she is different, and actually has an eventful lifestyle. She mimics her clients' looks, mannerisms, voices, etc., while appreciating herself in the mirror. The following day, while preparing for work, Claire receives a text message from her regular client, Olivia, asking to be her stylist for her wedding day. Claire does not reply, dismisses the text, and goes to her regular coffee shop. While in line, Claire notices the dry blood on her boot from her last night's crime. This alarms her, as she thinks someone might see it. So she repeatedly attempts to get it off. The simple evidence on her boot agitates Claire, but she does her best to act normal. Fortunately for her, she removes the evidence before leaving the cafe. On her way back to her house, Claire receives another message from Olivia, convincing her to be the wedding stylist. Claire finally replies, saying that she will think about it. As she reaches the basement, Claire leaves her boots, and later that night, Claire informs Olivia that she agrees to be her stylist for the wedding. This makes her so happy that she overlooks Claire's car, parking not far from her house. The following day, Claire is back to her old self, and she impressively makes Olivia's hair demands for her wedding. Olivia is so impressed and happy with how her hair turned out, that she invites Claire to come over to her house, to let her see the hair with the wedding dress. This makes Claire both shocked and happy that she finally has someone in her life as a friend at least. Later that night, Claire brings a bottle of Merlot to Olivia's house, which the both of them drink to celebrate Claire for saving her wedding. Olivia excuses herself to change into her wedding dress, leaving Claire wandering in her house. Not long after, Olivia asks for her assistance, and before she goes upstairs, Claire puts Olivia's scarf into her purse. Olivia asks her to button her dress on the back, which Claire does. After that, Claire takes pictures of Olivia in her wedding hair and dress, which Olivia will send to her mom and sister. Then, Claire helps her unbutton the dress, before returning downstairs to the living room. Shortly after, Olivia comes down, and she shares with Claire that she never thought of being a bride. Olivia begins talking about her family, and their conversation soon deepens, just as Claire's obsession with being immersed in Olivia's life. But meanwhile, Claire even lies about her family history to sound more relatable to Olivia, so as to get her sympathy and empathy. Her plan actually works, as Olivia gives her advice, just like a friend would do. Their moment gets interrupted when Olivia's dismissive fiancé comes home. Olivia happily talks about Claire to her fiancé, who just dismisses her and excuses himself. Claire leaves too, but apprehends herself in the car for how poorly and awkwardly she acted with Olivia. Claire does not go home after leaving Olivia's house, but instead goes to the coffee shop. Her regular barista welcomes her despite the late hour. While her barista does her usual order, Claire drugs her drink discreetly. The barista finishes doing the order, and Claire patiently waits outside for her to come out. Soon enough, her barista comes out to the back door, carrying trash, and not long after, she falls to the cold ground as the drug takes effect. Claire drags her into the shop, and scalps her. But then she gets distracted. The barista regains her consciousness, forcing Claire to stab her to death in panic with a pair of scissors. After that, she cleans her mess, and puts her barista's remains in the trash bin. Now solely focused on Olivia, her only friend now, Claire locks up the cellar, and leaves her deadly obsession. The following day, Olivia invites Claire to her bachelorette party, to which she accepts. 2 days after murdering her barista, Claire becomes concerned, as there is an ongoing search for her. The following night, Claire dressed in her best before going to the bar, where she meets Olivia's friends. They party and drink, until Olivia's friends leave her with Claire. The now drunken Olivia confides to Claire that she is uncertain about getting married. This makes Claire remark on her fiancé's behavior, happening the other night when he interrupts Olivia. Olivia hugs Claire for saving her wedding, noticing her shitty fiancé's behavior, and for coming to her bachelorette party. Olivia treats her as a friend, so when she asks about jogging, Claire lies to her, saying that she does jog to be her jog buddy. After that, Claire excuses herself to the bathroom, to remove the alcohol stain on her dress. Shortly after, she hears people coming, so she hides in a stall and eavesdrops. She recognizes the voices of Olivia's friends, and what she heard hurts her deeply. They make fun of Claire, and insult her social awkwardness. But Claire suffers in silence, and waits for them to leave before coming out. Claire looks at herself in the mirror, and cries silently as she wrongly thought that everything was going smoothly. Because of what she heard, Claire's serial killer instincts lead her to follow one of Olivia's bridesmaids to her home after the party. She waits for a while, before sneaking into the bridesmaid's home, carrying a pair of sharp scissors. The bridesmaid is sound asleep in her boyfriend's arms on the couch, and Claire looks at her with so much hatred. However, when she sees the bridesmaid's picture with Olivia, Claire ultimately stops herself from killing the couple, and hurriedly leaves the house. The following day, as she has not received any reply from Olivia, Claire decides to text her. She asks if Olivia needs any help with the wedding, to which Olivia replies that everything is under control. This disappoints her, because she wants to be involved, and be immersed in Olivia's life. Therefore, Claire becomes Olivia's stalker, stalking her everywhere she goes, whether online or in real life. Olivia watches Claire's videos on the internet, and goes to the places where she goes. Claire's obsession with her worsens that she even stops by Olivia's workplace. She reoffers her help to Olivia, desperate to be involved in her life, but Olivia has everything under control. Claire's pushiness irritates Olivia, but it pushes her over the edge when Claire suggests that Olivia might need space from her fiancé. Claire apologizes for her behavior, but Olivia is pissed off, so she gets in her car and leaves her there. The following day, Claire is still persistent in being with Olivia, and she even calls her phone. The fiancé answers the call, as Olivia is busy with the wedding, and he just dismisses her pushiness, and tells her to come early for the wedding tomorrow. Claire's obsession with Olivia continues to the point that she even sneaks into Olivia's house later that night. She goes to Olivia's room, and wears her negligee. After that, she comforts herself with Olivia's hormone vibrator, while looking at a photograph of Olivia with her fiancé on the bedside table. Her strange and creepy behavior soon ends, when she hears someone coming, forcing her to sneak out through the windows in an instant. The recent events enrage her, so she unlocks her basement lair, and wears her wigs. However, she feels dissatisfied as she looks at herself in the mirror. So she goes out, and follows a random woman on the street. She pretends to be in need of help, and when the woman takes her phone to help her, Claire plunges her pair of sharp scissors into her neck. The poor victim can only writhe, as she vomits blood that stains her wooden floor. Claire sits on the floor, and watches her victim breathe her last breath. She scalps her soon after, but her death still does not fulfill her emptiness this time, she still wants more. As the psychopath she is, Claire stays in the woman's house, wearing her new wig, and eating while watching the television. The wedding day comes finally, and Claire discovers that her barista's remains have been found. There is a poster of her as the suspect at the coffee shop's door, but her back is only seen in the picture. Although alarmed by it, Claire arrives at the church, where the bridegroom meets her. She firmly asks him to promise to make Olivia happy forever. This weirded out him a lot, as Claire is just Olivia's hairstylist. But he dismisses it, and promises to make Olivia happy like an angel. Claire seems satisfied with his answer, so she leaves him, and gets inside to do her work. There she reunites with Olivia, the bridesmaids, Olivia's mother, and other people involved in the wedding. Claire does what she came there for, and the women, especially Olivia, are more than satisfied with her work. The women leave the bride with Claire, as the usher fetches them, giving them time. Olivia apologizes for her rude behavior to Claire last night, as it was all the pressure from the wedding. Out of the blue, Claire starts weeping, compelling Olivia to ask if everything is okay. In tears, Claire apologizes, and confesses to Olivia that she does not jog. Sometime later, the wedding starts, and the people look in awe, as the flower girl and bridesmaids walk down the aisle. Everyone is happy, excited, and nervous, but smiles turn wider as the bride walks down the aisle. Her gorgeous dress that hugs her curves, and the veil that hides her face tears up everyone. As she reaches the end, the bridegroom lifts off her veil. But right then, he is beyond horrified. It turns out Claire has scalped Olivia, and is now wearing her bloody scalp, putting herself into the bride's shoe. She smiles so widely to everyone, especially the bridegroom, who however, cannot utter a single word, because of shock and fear. Claire turns to the crowd, who gasp in pure shock, and are beyond terrified. She continues to smile like everything is okay, until she sees Olivia's family and friends scream and hurriedly leave the place. Everyone is in panic, especially Olivia's family, bridesmaids, and the bridegroom, who quickly run to the back to check on the scalped Olivia. In the end, what was supposed to be a lovely wedding, turned into a nightmarish disaster by an obsessed hairstylist, who does not have anyone in her life. The film ends with Claire's smile turning into a confused frown. She doesn't realize what she just did, because her lonely life has turned her into a mad killer. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.